Alright, what's good everyone? It's your boy Darsora, and today's video is going to talk about how I believe TV shows are the future of Star Wars media and content going forward in the hands of Disney. Now, I'll give you a few different reasons why, but before I do, I just want to say I love a lot of the Star Wars movies they've done, and I like the ones that I don't love. So I haven't hated anything Disney has done with Star Wars. You know, always anything can be better. I have my gripes and I have the things I love about them. But overall, I'm a fan of what they've done. But that doesn't mean I don't think TV shows are the future of what they can do. Now, my biggest first reason why I believe they should do this is just because I think it's a better format for Star Wars overall. Star Wars is a series, and has always been a series that thrives on a lot of backstory. There's a lot of stories to tell. There's a lot of information that we need and that is able to be given to us when it comes to Star Wars, especially when it comes to storytelling in Star Wars. There's always so much information you can get, and I feel like it's a lot better and easier for people to display that in TV form because you naturally just have more time versus, you know, doing a movie. And the way Star Wars is set up, it's, you know, iconic and synonymous with a 3-part trilogy. And even though I think it does work with Star Wars, I feel like it's a lot harder to execute. You know, getting all those vital details, making it flow together really well, you know, doing what you need to do in the amount of time that you have with Star Wars. It's not an easy task to do in just 3 movies when you're telling a story like Star Wars does. But in a TV show, you can have multiple seasons. You can have each episode be an hour. You know, you can have like 12 episodes in a season. There's so much you can do with it, and I just feel like personally that's a better format for Star Wars. I always have thought that, just because, like, for me, I'm always someone that wants to know more. I want to know more details. You know, I'm a huge anime fan, and my favorite anime of all time is One Piece. And a lot of people hate One Piece because they're like, hey, it's so long, it's never gonna end. It's been around for like 20 years. They're on like 1,000 chapters in the manga, which is like a comic series, and then in the anime, which is their TV show series, they're at like 800 episodes. So it is a lot, but at the end of the day, if you're a true fan of something, having all that content, all that backstory, having almost every question you could think of be answered is what I would love as a fan. Now, it's not idealistic, you know, it's not realistic. Sorry, I said idealistic. It's not realistic in a lot of cases, but I just think it's an overall better format. And I always think with Star Wars, the more the better. Now, my second point is I feel like Disney has overall just done a better job with the TV show series that they put out in terms of the fan reaction. Now, Mandalorian, in my 24 years of living, is like the biggest season 1 of a TV show I've ever seen. Everyone watched it. Everyone talked about it. I mean, Baby Yoda did have a lot to do with that. But so many people loved it, and I only really heard positive things about The Mandalorian. Even I've seen a lot of reports after season 1 wrapped up on Disney Plus. A lot of people canceled their subscription. That was like the only reason they were subscribing. So, you know, that speaks a lot of volumes onto how good it was and what people were truly, you know, purchasing Disney Plus for. And then when it comes to the animated series as well, I just feel like I've really only heard good things about the Clone Wars, and a lot of people, especially hardcore Star Wars fans, really like Rebels. So I know there's only 3 TV shows versus, you know, the 5 movies they've done when it comes to the sequel trilogy, Rogue One, and Solo. So it's not as fair of a comparison, but I think overall, just the overall feedback and things I've read from, you know, fellow people in the Star Wars community and just, you know, lurking in the shadows for a long time, I think that people, you know, genuinely like the TV shows more. So I think when you take those 2 things, the fact that I think it's just better overall when it comes to storytelling for Star Wars, it gives people a lot more room to be creative and to give a lot more information and things of that nature. And it seems that the TV shows have been more well received than the movies they've made. I think it's something that they should really explore focusing on more in the future. Now, I know that the Obi-Wan series has had some drama around it because it got postponed and people really want that to come out. I still have a lot of faith in that TV series being great. I've even heard some rumors that they might turn it into a film instead of a TV show, but I feel like the TV show would just be so much better. There's so much people want to know about Obi-Wan and what he did between episode 3 and 4. Even if you take that example into account, just think about the difference in what we would get. You know, you have a 2.5 hour movie that goes into what happened with Obi-Wan during that time, or you get a TV show that's 3 or 4 seasons, 8 to 12 episodes per season, an hour long per episode. Just the amount of difference and content and what you can do with the story and what, other backstories you can dive into. It's just so much more, and I think that's what Star Wars fans really want. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think I'm right when it comes to TV shows being the future of Star Wars, or would you rather keep it primarily, movie centric, trilogy centric, and have TV shows here and there? I want to know what you guys think, as always, because I love talking about Star Wars. I love interacting with other Star Wars fans. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, may the Force be with you.